Hi everyone, and welcome to this Minecraft tutorial with me, JACB. Today we're going to be talking about enchanting. So if you want enchanted tools, weapons or armor, well then you need to stick with me because I've got everything you need to know in this series about enchanting, starting with the basics. So let's get on with it, shall we? The first thing that you're going to need is somewhere to put your enchanting table, and I just happen to have this old abandoned house on the outskirts of this village. Looks a bit creepy, like there's a bit of magickery going on in here, and we are going to set up our enchanting area right here. Now, to make the enchanting table, you are going to need the following things. You will need 2 diamonds, you will need some obsidian, I can't remember how many, we'll see in a second, and you're going to need a book. So let's go over to the crafting table, and here you are. So you need 4 pieces of obsidian, 2 diamonds and 1 book, and there we have our enchanting table. So I'm going to plonk this, let me just make sure I've got space for the books, right here. Now, when you're using this, just this on its own will only give you the bare minimum of enchantments. So what we need to do is power it up with some bookshelves. So the easiest way and the shape that I always go for is a 5x5 square with one missing at the front so you can get into this. There's a few different ways that you can set this up. If you keep the bookshelves in this first layer and this second layer, you can put it anywhere in this 5x5 area. But I always tend to go for this because it's easy to remember, and I always make sure that I've got plenty of space to do it. Now, to get started with the enchanting table, you're going to need the following things. Most importantly, you need some XP levels. So at the bottom there, you can see I have 64 levels. And because I have got all 15 bookshelves surrounding the enchantment table, we can use the highest tier of enchantments. And because you need at least 30 levels to activate this. You're going to need some lapis lazuli, which will activate the enchantments, and you're going to need some objects to enchant. So I'm going to start off with a sword. I'm going to place that there, and then you can see that's the space for the lapis. So let's see what the highest tier here is. So fire aspect 2. It's pretty good, it's pretty useful, a bit of extra damage when you're attacking your zombies and your skeletons because they don't like the fire. But I'm not sure. I think I want to try for something a bit better. So what is also handy to have is some books. So to sort of get rid of the fire aspect there, I can enchant a book and it'll reset it, and it'll give me something else instead. So let's see, what have we got? Smite or quick charge? Well, I don't like any of them, so I'm just going to use that first tier because it's only going to use 1 level and 1 lapis, so I'm not wasting too much of my resources. So we can always take that enchantment off that book to use again another time. So now that that's been reset, I can try again with the sword. So let's see what we get this time. Smite 3, not so great. I still want to try for something better, so let's use another book. Oh, look, sharpness 4. That's pretty good, actually. So, yeah, let's put that on the book because we can use that later. Let's try one more time with the sword. Unbreaking 3. Now, yes, we'll have that because that's going to make that last a lot longer, and I'm not going to have to mend it so often, and it'll save me some diamonds. So that's great. And that's how you use the enchanting table. So another way of enchanting is by getting these books that we've enchanted, and we can actually assign these to various different tools if they're compatible with them. So let's go over to the anvil and see how we can do that. So using the anvil to put enchantments onto your weapons or your tools or your armor still uses levels. But you don't need a minimum amount. It just takes off from what you already have. So let's get a new unenchanted sword there and put it in there. And let's get our sharpness 4 book and pop that on there. So that's going to cost me 4 levels. At this point as well, you can also rename your weapons. So especially if you're playing in a multiplayer world, you can it's probably good to rename your weapons and your tools so it's got your name on it, and then if you die, people know that it's yours and they can give you it back. So there we are. So we've got JC, JC sword with sharpness 4. One other great thing about the anvil is that you can actually combine enchanted objects, or you can add more books to an already enchanted object. You can't do that in the enchanting table, it's one at a time, but here you can stack the enchantments. So let's put JC back in the anvil there, and I've managed to get an unbreaking 1. Not that great, but it doesn't matter for the purpose of this tutorial. And that's going to cost me another 2 levels to put that on there. So now we've got both sharpness 4 and unbreaking. And as long as the enchantments are compatible with that tool, you should be able to add as many as you like, as long as you've got the levels, because this will go up. The XP cost will go up as you add more enchantments. Okay, I've hopped over into a flat world because I want to demonstrate a couple of enchantments that are compatible with almost anything, any armor, any tools, and any weapons. That is Mending and Unbreaking 3. I'm going to use stone pickaxes because they're not going to take as long to break. Basically, if I use diamond, I'll be here all day, and this will be far too long. So we're going to compare how many blocks of stone we can break with each, and then I'm going to show you how mending works. Okay, I put my signs the wrong way around, or started in the wrong place, but here we are. This is the non-enchantment chest, so as you can see, we've got nearly 2 stacks, not quite, a stack plus 56, without any enchantment. So let's see how many we get with the unbreaking. Right, finally it broke. So let's go all the way back here, and let's just see, we're all the way down there. I wondered if I'd placed enough blocks of stone to do it. But yeah, there's where I ended on the non-enchanted one. So let's go put these in the chest and count them out. So there we are. So with Unbreaking 3, with just a stone pickaxe, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, nearly 8 stacks. 7 stacks and 55. Yeah, so it's really, really worth putting Unbreaking on your tools and on your armour. But please don't actually put Unbreaking on a stone pickaxe, because that's just a waste. They're so cheap. They're so cheap to make. Don't waste it. Okay, so let's see what Mending does. Okay, I grabbed myself a load of bottles of enchanting, because the way that you get Mending to work, so you can see my stone pickaxe, again, don't put these enchantments on stone pickaxes, this is just for the tutorial only. Okay, I've worn it right down to where it's nearly at the point where it's going to break, so we need XP to mend it. This isn't just going to mend itself, you need XP to mend it, so I'm going to chuck a load of these things. I want to not get too close to them. I don't want to collect them yet, because what you need to do is this is way too many, but you need to hold the item in your hand that has Mending on it. So if you've got like an automatic mob grinder, you know, with an automatic killer, like on Bedrock, I don't know whether trident killers work, but anyway, some way of getting XP. That is how you are going to fix your tool. So watch it go. There it goes. Oh, I didn't need that much anyway. It's already done it. But yeah, let's see. That'd be interesting, won't it? How many levels do I get after all them bottles of enchanting? Nice. Okay, right. So if you found this tutorial useful, please do smash that like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell and select all for all notifications of future videos. And until the next one, guys, I will see you then. Bye.